You're with the hard facts from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Prime Time Studios. Viewers, we are live and we are in the thick of it. They may not be face to face, but they are within 10-kilometer radius of one another. Prime Minister Modi is in Dwarka and Arvind Kejriwal is coursing through colonies in the neighborhood as the battle for India reaches its capital, Delhi. This is the moment, viewers. This is the moment. On Saturday, Delhi votes, but the voters have a lot to contend with, a lot to think about. You all have a lot to think about if you're watching from Delhi, viewers, tonight. The capital is the bellwether. Whoever has won the city in the general election over the last 25 years has won the nation. The BJP believes it has the upper hand as the AAP lies discredited, its image shattered, its greatest claim to fame, its clean image is tattered, ripped into by the courts and by its own actions, misplaced actions. That's what the Prime Minister is saying. He's also targeting the AAP's ally, the Congress, for betraying the secular ethos of this country, for favoring one community, for pushing the politics of appeasement beyond the brink, viewers. This is it. This is where this campaign is now going to reach an inflection point. A little over 100 seats are left on which polling will take place. Viewers, on Saturday and then again on the 1st of June. The results will be out in less than 15 days. We will know who will rule India in 15 days by 10:30, by 12:30 in the afternoon, viewers, 10:30 in the morning or 12:30 in the afternoon. But let me tell you, viewers, the election could be decided in these next two phases. Who gets more than the majority could all be decided now. This is the moment, as I began by telling you, and therefore, viewers, you have to be very careful when you go out there and press the button. You need to ascertain the facts for yourselves. You need to do a thorough background check. You need to actually figure out if the people that you are electing can be trusted, that they will actually be representatives. The BJP says because of its clean image, it has the edge. The opposition says that the BJP has led a campaign full of vendetta against them to besmirch their fair reputations. But viewers, these opposition claims are being tested and they are failing the test, unfortunately. And they are failing where? In the courts, where it matters most, before the judiciary who sits in judgment. Viewers, the Delhi High Court on Sisodia, this is what it said. It said Sisodia called for public comments on the report submitted by the expert committee, ostensibly to include views and suggestions of common citizens of Delhi and other stakeholders, but orchestrated a scheme where pre-drafted emails with suggestions aligned with his own interests were sent to designated feedback email ID of the excise department. Deceptive act was a calculated move to create an illusion that the excise policy was formed after careful consideration of public feedback. In reality, it was manufactured to justify his decision to formulate an excise policy in defiance of an expert panel report to enrich a few individuals. The public's voice was rendered mute. This constitutes a form of corruption. This, viewers, is the High Court just yesterday denying bail to Mr. Sisodia, who was once, of course, the number 2 in government, held the maximum number of portfolios. Breach of faith is the word that is being used. Breach of faith. Breach of trust. This is the AAP, viewers, today, being exposed in the court by the judiciary. Viewers, it's not just this matter. This matter was only one of the spokes. There is another one, a regrettable one, a one in which one of the senior most leaders of the AAP and a member of the Rajya Sabha herself was set upon, allegedly, by the henchmen, by the closest advisors of the Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And the Metropolitan Magistrate just a couple of days back said the fact that the video footage was not found in the pen drive provided by the JE to the IO during the course of the investigation and the mobile phone was formatted by the accused. Who is the accused? That man on your screens, Mr. Bibhav. PS to Mr. Kejriwal. He says, the magistrate said that because the mobile was formatted by the accused, this in itself speaks volumes. Volumes about what, viewers? Perhaps culpability, I can't say. These developments lead us to pose some questions that right now the Prime Minister is posing. He's talking about the courts that are bludgeoning the opposition with observations that he himself has made earlier against the opposition, but the opposition haughtily rejected. Today he says those observations are being rubber-stamped by the courts, some of the highest in the land. And this prompts us certain questions, viewers. Have the Liquorgate and Assaultgate cases lowered AAP's electability? Do you still think that this party, viewers, is electable? Can the party and the Chief Minister get away by claiming political vendetta, especially when the courts are not looking favorably upon the petitions being filed for relief from the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress and others? Can the Chief Minister distance himself from both these cases, these unfortunate cases that happened under his nose? Let's open this up, viewers. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, why should the people of Delhi vote for the Aam Aadmi Party when the courts themselves have a problem believing the AAP, have a problem believing that the AAP's various notables are completely innocent of the charges brought against them? Dr. Muni.
Scam allegations, we all know, is a political conspiracy against Aam Aadmi Party. When BJP is unable to defeat Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab and Delhi electorally, they want to crush it through Enforcement Directorate and CBI. Now, investigation is going on in really slow pace as per the Honorable Supreme Court, who says that since 2 years, the investigation is going on. 500 officers have been involved. 8 charge sheet has been filed. Still no money has been recovered. Regarding the observations of Honorable Delhi High Court, I want to tell you, the Delhi High Court in the case of the same excise scam case, in terms of Sanjay Singh, Delhi High Court said that Sanjay Singh is it was allegations made by Enforcement Director that he was a key conspirator and laundered proceeds of crime, unquote, unquote. And they have given the same proof of statement of Dinesh Arora, where he gave 2 crores.
1 second, Dr. Muni, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Very, very eloquent you are, obviously, but I think you are quoting the High Court in the wrong context there. They are only quoting what the ED said. In this matter, Justice Sharma has come to her own conclusions. And these conclusions are very, very serious. And they cast a massive question mark over Mr. Sisodia's integrity. These are not my words. The public's voice was rendered mute. This constitutes a form of corruption, manufactured to justify his decision to formulate an excise policy in defiance of an expert panel report to enrich a few individuals. That's the nub of this entire case, Dr. Ranganathan. And I'll bring in Sanju Verma right after. Let's just get Dr. Ranganathan in on this also. Yes.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, let's be very honest about it. Arvind Kejriwal is the fly that has settled on the fly swatter and is rubbing his 4 limbs with glee and living a charmed life. But for how long? I want to ask the supporters of AAP or their spokesperson, what were the conditions that the Supreme Court granted Mr. Kejriwal the bail? Was one of the conditions not that he will not talk about his role in the liquor scam? Was that not one of the conditions? And what has he been doing ever since he came out? He's been talking only about it. So again, I don't blame Mr. Kejriwal because that is his demeanor. Where is the Supreme Court? Perhaps it's on a summer vacation, but I mean, what this is open disregard for the law. Be that as it may. For every time anyone says that Mr. Kejriwal is innocent, Mr. Sisodia is innocent, they have to be shown not only what the High Court said about Mr. Kejriwal, that he is conspired to use the proceeds of crime, that repeatedly Mr. Sisodia has been denied bail just yesterday. Everyone is a BJP stool. Rahul, all of us are BJP stooges, including the Supreme Court judges. But can you deny the fact what the Supreme Court said? And let me quote verbatim in case you also are going to malign the Supreme Court. The excess amount of 7% commission earned by the wholesale distributors of 338 crores constitutes, quote, an offence as defined under Section 7 of the POC Act. These are, quote and unquote, proceeds of crime. This is not me conjuring up from thin air. This is verbatim from the Supreme Court. Quote, this figure cannot be disputed or challenged. The new excise policy was meant to give windfall gains to select few wholesale distributors who in turn had agreed to give kickbacks and bribes. VAT and excise duty was payable separately. However, under the new policy, the VAT was reduced to mere 1%. Manish Sisodia was unable to provide any rational explanation for increasing commission from 5 to 12%, unquote. Now you tell me, I can make things up, Modi can make things up, Shah can make things up, Rahul can make things up. Will the Supreme Court make things up? If yes, then you say it. Say it openly. Don't be scared. Say it, Professor Muni, Dr. Muni, that Supreme Court is also a BJP
Whenever
stool
you
right
let
now.
me to.
Okay.
Whenever you let
say
me
it, say it. And then I want to bring in Sanju
Okay.
Verma.
Okay. Now, Rahulji, you stopped me in between. I wanted to quote the Honorable Delhi High Court. In the Sanjay Singh case, Delhi High Court has clearly said that applicant was part of old excise policy and new excise policy was made to suit accused who had to pay kickbacks from the profits due to excise policy. So the culpability was established in terms of Sanjay Singh in Delhi High Court. The same case went to to the Honorable Supreme Court in the three-bench judge, Justice Khanna, Justice Datta, Justice Varale. Now what they said, and this is latest judgment. रंगनाथन जी, आप जो पढ़ रहे हो ना पुराना है, आप थोड़ा चेक करो. 338 करोड़ वाला पुराना है, ये लेटेस्ट वाला. I'm quoting the honorable courts. Nothing has been recovered. Please Google. Please find out. ये quote unquote. Nothing has been recovered. There is no trace. And then the court says that Mr. Raju, please keep in mind that we have to observe in favor of the petitioner. This is in case Sanjay Singh. Please understand the implications of that during trial. So get instructions on whether you need their custody or not.
Okay.
This is Honorable Supreme
So
Court.
are you saying that in a case of 30 or 40 or 50 people who might be all colluders, everyone had their finger in the pie? It's possible that one or two did not, and the law has taken its course in that particular case. So what's the big deal? I don't understand. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that the High Court is fixing all your leaders deliberately? Is that what you're trying to say?
That
no, it's a very serious charge.
Let Manish Sisodia's case go to the Honorable Supreme Court.
Let me bring in.
Let
me bring in the BJP national spokesperson Sanju Verma on that. Go ahead.
Okay, Rahul. First things first. Whether Mr. Ranganathan has read an old mail or whether Akashdeep Muni has read a new mail, that is not the point. Taking off from some of the valid points made by Mr. Ranganathan, I want to say this. On umpteen occasions, the following questions were asked of Aam Aadmi Party top brass. I'm not even talking about their unofficial spokespeople on live debates. Was the Delhi excise policy in violation of the Delhi Administration Act of 1966? The answer is yes. In violation of the NCT Act of 1991? The answer is yes. In violation of the GNCTD Act of 1993? The answer is yes. In violation of the Transaction of Business Rules 1993, the answer is yes. In violation of the Excise Duty Act of 2009, the answer is yes. In violation of the Excise Policy Rules of 2010, the answer is yes. So first and foremost, the Delhi liquor policy, which was subsequently revoked by the Aam Aadmi Party when its bluff was called, was in violation of all the aforesaid acts and rules that I've just spoken about. Point number two. When Aam Aadmi Party says that the Enforcement Directorate is a handmaiden of the Modi government, CBI is a handmaiden of the Modi government, income tax is a handmaiden of the Modi government, I want to say something to them, and I also want your audience, which is the biggest stakeholder in these kind of debates, to listen, because the moot points are these. The CAG, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, which is a constitutional body under Article 148 of the Indian Constitution, clearly said that the Delhi excise policy led to a scam of at least more than 2,875 crores. I'm not even talking of the unofficial figures, which range from 6,000 to 9,000 crores, what have you.
Okay.
So point number two is this CAG is a constitutional body, not a handmaiden of the Modi government. The Income Tax Act was set up while the CBDT Act, the Income Tax Department, was set up while the CBDT Act of 1963, which means that the Income Tax Department is also largely a statutory body and has said that in violation of FCRA norms, the Aam Aadmi Party took overseas donations of more than 7 crore. Point number three, the Enforcement Directorate was a statutory body way back in 1963-64. But come 2003, the Central Vigilance Commission made the Enforcement Directorate more empowered, and today the ED has the powers of a civil court. Point number four, the NIA, which has also come under criticism from various quarters, is also a statutory body while the NIA Act of 2008, and the CBI is also a statutory independent body while the DPSC, Delhi Police Service Establishment Act of 1946. The limited point I'm trying to make is when you cast aspersions at the ED, the CBI, the NIA, the income tax, you are casting aspersions at the constitution, and then you have the audacity, when I say you, I mean this entire cabal, have the audacity to say, हम तो जी संविधान की सुरक्षा के लिए वोट मांगने जा रहे हैं.
Well, viewers.
My last point, please just bear with me for 10 seconds. My last point is this. As Mr. Ranganathan said, in any crime, there are three things which are very, very important, which need to be established. Mala fide intent, proceeds of crime, and most importantly, whether there was a violation of due process of law in some or the other form. And let me tell you, 338 crore worth of money trail has been tentatively established, is what Justice Sanjeev Khanna said in October 2023, and it still holds valid. You have been bullying Justice Sanjeev Khanna when he does not give you bail.
What did Dr. Muni say? Okay, what did Dr. Muni say? Muni said that when this matter reaches the Supreme Court, then we'll see. Because you see, the High Court took a dim view of Sanjay Singh, and when the matter reached the Supreme Court, then it was okay. Well, viewers, the Sisodia matter has reached the Supreme Court not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Yes.
On March 14, 2024, the CGI, the Chief Justice of India-led bench, dismissed Sisodia's curative plea, seeking bail in the Delhi excise case. The same case, also called the Liquorgate scam. A few months before that, on December 13, 2023, the SC again dismissed the review petition filed by Mr. Sisodia seeking bail. On October 30th, 2 months prior to that, now we've gone back, viewers, at least 6 months, the SC dismissed the bail plea of Mr. Sisodia, and this is what the SC said at that time. The SC noted that the existing excise policy was changed to facilitate and get kickbacks and bribes from the wholesale distributors by enhancing their commission/fee from 5% under the old policy to 12% under the new policy. Accordingly, Doctor, please pay attention. Doctor, I'm not talking about Dr. Ranganathan, he paid a lot of attention, but Dr. Muni. Dr. Muni,
I'm with you.
Please, you be with me. Otherwise, there'll be a little bit of a communication gap, would there not be? It said, now be ready. A conspiracy was hatched to carefully draft the new policy, deviating from the expert opinion/views to create an ecosystem to ensure unjust enrichment of the wholesale distributors at the expense of government exchequer or the consumer or you and I, viewers, the taxpayer. And what was said yesterday? Exactly the same thing. in just a few different words. Exactly the same thing with two more words attached, breach of trust. Viewers, do you want to elect people who breached your trust? That's the fundamental question. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan comes in. Dr. Muni right after. Yes.
Yes, no, you've thoroughly exposed my dear friend Dr. Muni, although I have great regard for him, by quoting the Supreme Court judgment. At no point did the recent Supreme Court judgment counter what it said earlier. So Dr. Muni was deliberately trying to muddy the water, but be that as it may, I want to ask a very simple question to Dr. Muni. Very simple. Dr. Muni, it's a yes and no question. Ever since Mr. Kejriwal came out on his bail, has he or has he not talked about the liquor scam? Yes or no?
There is no point answering it. Please go ahead with your statement. It's a rhetorical question. Please go ahead with the statement.
I think it's a factual question. Rhetorical क्या मतलब हुआ?
Rhetorical जिसका आंसर पहले से लोगों को पता है.
क्या? That means he has.
आप पहले आप बोलो तो आप अपना स्टेटमेंट करो. आप मेरे पीछे क्यों पड़े हो? आप मुझे मैं जब आपको आंसर दूंगा तो मैं तो आपको बोलता हूँ 338 करोड़ पहले आया था ना. मैं तो वो पूछ रहा हूँ कि 338 करोड़ वाला मैंने जो बोला कि ना कि वो पुराना है. आप एक्नॉलेज कर लो कि ना कि हाँ वो पुराना था. आपने मुझे सही कर दिया.
आज तक मैं किसी के पीछे नहीं पड़ा. मैं आज तक सिर्फ अपनी बीवी के पीछे पड़ा था, वो भी 25 साल पहले. आप प्लीज फिक्र ना करें इस मामले में. आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू आस्क यू अ वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन.
बट डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, आप तो आगे रहते हैं, पीछे तो कभी नहीं रहे. आप तो आगे रहते हैं. यू आर वन स्टेप अहेड एवरी टाइम. So now, hang on, just a minute. Dr. Muni, hang on. Dr. Muni, let me come back. Let me come back to you. Let me come back to you. Okay, one second.
आप एक कवर फाइल मत दीजिए, रुक जाइए एक मिनट. उन्होंने वो पूछा ना, तब तो आप रुक जाए. Nothing has been recovered. There is no trace. ये बोला था कि नहीं बोला था जस्टिस खन्ना ने?
अरे भाई, उनके से नहीं रिकवर हुआ. गलत नंबर डायल हो गया वहां पर, कोई बात नहीं. बट मिस्टर सिसोदिया के खिलाफ तो नहीं हुआ ना. मिस्टर सिसोदिया के खिलाफ तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने. डॉक्टर मुनी, डॉक्टर मुनी, डॉक्टर मुनी, what is the point you're making? I'm not understanding. Dr. Muni, in a 1 second. Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Ranganathan ji, do you agree with me or not? Yes,
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Please boost his audio. I can't hear him. 1 second. Dr. Muni.
Ranganathan ji, nothing has been recovered. There is no trace.
1 second. That was in connection with Sanjay Singh. Hello.
This was in connection with excise scam.
No. Sorry, sir.
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
No. You can't just muddy.
Yes,
No. You can't
nothing
muddy and
has
get
been
away. Then why is
recovered.
Mr. Sisodia being denied bail?
Can I ask
No, 1 second. Why is he being denied bail?
I'll tell you. You have asked this question. Now let me answer. Now, bear with me for the answer. Okay. Honorable Supreme Court says in terms of Manish Sisodiya case, and I'm quoting the Honorable Supreme Court, Manish Sisodiya case has findings in favor and against him. So, at present, the Honorable Supreme Court
1 second, let him finish.
in favor
You can come in.
also and against him also. So when it comes to the Honorable Supreme Court,
So what is against him? So I guess 1 second, viewers. This is very important. What is against Mr. Sisodia? Let me tell you now. Let me read it out to you again. Because you see, viewers, I don't want to waste your time. The court noted, I'm talking about the Supreme Court, that the existing excise policy was changed to facilitate and get kickbacks and bribes from the wholesale distributors by enhancing their commission fee from 5% under the old policy to 12% under the new policy. Accordingly, a conspiracy was hatched to carefully draft the new policy, deviating from the expert opinion views to create an ecosystem to ensure unjust enrichment of the wholesale distributors at the expense of government exchequer or the consumer. The illegal income, proceed of crime, as per the DOE, would partly be recycled and returned in the form of bribes, the Supreme Court noted. The probe agency, of course, viewers, as we know, has alleged that Vijay Nair, who was a middleman, a go-between, a member of the AAP and a co-confidant of the appellant Manish Sisodia, had interacted with a large number of those individuals, the licensees, to frame the excise policy on conditions and terms put forth and to the satisfaction and desire of the liquor group. This tells you, viewers, that Manish Sisodia was right in the middle of it. These are not allegations. This is the court's finding, the determination on the basis of what. Okay, sir, fine. Let us now continually continually to brush away the facts. Okay, fair enough. That's your call, sir. The people of Delhi are watching. I have brought out 3 facts. Yes, Sanju Verma.
Thank you. Rahul, I think you've reinforced this, on umpteen occasions in the last 23 minutes alone. But for the benefit of your audience, let me clearly say one thing. If you're jumping around and saying that democracy khatre mein nahi hai because Sanjay Singh is out on bail, if you're saying democracy khatre mein nahi hai simply because Arvind Kejriwal is on, out on interim bail and not because of the merits of the case, but simply because of exceptional circumstances and a general election being underway, then you have to also give credit to the same Supreme Court, which has in no uncertain terms on various occasions, and the Delhi High Court and the Trial Court and the CBI Special Judge, who have all held that Manish Sisodia was one of the key linchpins. Manish Sisodia deliberately, flagrantly violated prudential norms while formulating an excise policy which led to quid pro quo between him and Amit Arora, between Aam Aadmi Party and Dinesh Arora, between Arvind Kejriwal and Vijay Nair, between Arvind Kejriwal and Sameer Mahendru, between Arvind Kejriwal and Sunny Marwa, between Arvind Kejriwal and Amandeep Dhal, between Arvind Kejriwal and the South Group, between Arvind Kejriwal and K. Kavita, between Arvind Kejriwal and Arun Ramchandra Pillai. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर ढकोसलेबाजी मत कीजिए. Money trail has been established, proceeds of crime established, bona fide intent established.
Big breaking news. Okay, big breaking news coming in connection with these entire 2 stories, viewers, that I've highlighted. Swati Maliwal has come out and made a statement against the Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And she has come out and made certain pointed observations. And let us put those out because, viewers, this is a big development. Swati Maliwal says, and let me tell you and read it straight out from her tweet, after unleashing the entire army of leaders and volunteers at me, calling me a BJP agent, assassinating my character, leaking edited videos, victim shaming me, roaming around with the accused, letting him re-enter the crime scene and tamper evidences and protesting in favor of the accused, the Chief Minister in whose drawing room I was beaten up, has finally said that he wants free and fair investigation in the matter. Irony died 1,000 deaths. I don't buy this one a bit. Now, Dr. Muni, the court said, with regards to Mr. Bibhav, the fact that the video footage was not found in the pen drive provided by the JE to the IO during the course of the investigation and the mobile phone was formatted by the accused speaks volumes. अब ये भी आप कहेंगे कि ये भी cooked up है. Dr. Muni, what is Bibhav hiding? There, in Sisodia's case, he was manufacturing opinions to suit X and Y, according to the courts. Here, the other gentleman, I don't know if I can call him gentle, but certainly, in this context, he's been accused of violence, so he's clearly not gentle. So let's call him Mr. Bibhav. Mr. Bibhav, sir, Dr. Muni, अब मुझे आप बताइए, why was he busy formatting his phone after providing some videos from that very phone? क्या हुआ ये बताइए.
राहुल जी, मैं आपको 2 चीज बताना चाहूंगा. मैंने आपके शो पे ही कल या परसों बोला था कि अब 25 तारीख तक एक के बाद दूसरे कमेंट्स आते रहेंगे. स्वाति मालीवाल जी का कमेंट आएगा और कुछ किया जाएगा क्योंकि इलेक्शंस हैं और इलेक्शंस जब तक चलेंगे ये सारे कमेंट्स आते रहेंगे. अब कमिंग बैक टू द सीसीटीवी फुटेज थिंग. The CCTV footage is manned by people belonging to Delhi police in CM House. The Delhi police came.
No, hang on. Just a minute, viewers. This is not going to cut ice. Let me tell you, Dr. Muni, this is not going to cut ice. Sorry. Do you believe? Just 1 second. Do you read the Indian Express? Do you believe that it is one of those newspapers that is part, according to you, of the Godi media? Yes or no?
Sir, I don't think anything called Godi media.
So viewers, listen to me. Viewers, listen to me. Even a newspaper like the Express, that is not charitable towards the Modi government, has come out and counseled the Aam Aadmi Party on this issue, saying it is on the wrong foot here. Viewers, issue after issue, the AAP finds itself on the wrong foot. Is this a coincidence? Is this all a vendetta? This time, Swati Maliwal came out, said something against her own boss, her mentor, her what have you. What did it got to do with the BJP? Nothing. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, very quickly, I'll take a break right after that. Yes.
I think the hypocrisy of this is what is stunning. I mean, here we have Mr. Kejriwal, who was expressly asked by the Supreme Court not to talk about his involvement in the liquor scam once he gets out on bail.
True.
He's been doing just that. But the same Mr. Kejriwal who accused Modi of silence on Manipur and on Brij Bhushan is totally silent on this for a week.
Well,
this is the same Ms. Swati Maliwal, who is his own party's Rajya Sabha MP. I mean, the mind boggles, Rahul.
Well, viewers, it's you at the end of the day. If this liquor scam investigation and it's proven in court, it's you who've lost out, no one else. Think about that when you go to press the button. I'm not saying much. I'll take a short break. We'll be right back in a minute or so. Big story. Don't go away.